everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. So some of you might be wondering, whoa, what the hell is this? What's this weird, strange new place that I've never seen before? This is Pee-wee's World, as I decided to name it just for funsies. Basically, what happened is, as many of you may know, I recently had a hard drive crash, and with it went all of my RimWorld data. So I didn't want to start off a new colony, or a brand new colony, completely fresh, because I felt, you know, you guys have seen that like 101 times. So I especially with all the new updates, with the second alpha release. So I wanted to catch up to roughly about the same point that we were. I actually have our butcher room 100% complete and ready to go right in here. So that might be what we'll start off first with this episode. But let's go ahead and show off everything that I've got. So right now we've got geothermal generator, standard thing. This is the whole map. Let's go ahead and examine the whole map. Not anything too exciting besides our actual home. Sucky thing is we've got basically no metal deposits near us. They're all very far away. This is one of the closest ones, I would say, and it's on the complete opposite side of this, like, mountain. So there's some right up there, there's some way off in this corner. Probably the most accessible one to us. Oh yeah, there's this one right there. That one's the best one for us. But other than that, the most accessible ones are going to be this one right up here, and then this one right there, which, unless we decide to start digging into this mountainside. So how much metal do we have? Only 141. Okay, we need to actually worry about that a little bit, and some of it is about to be used, I'm pretty sure. But here's our defenses. We've actually stood up against quite a few raiders so far. How many is this in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 9. 9 in total, and they've actually been pretty scary. As you can see, there's the T9 incendiary launcher. We got 2 shotgun people, I think, before. Yeah. So we'll have to pick up those weapons before too long, or at least get our people equipped with them. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that right now? I know that this guy, Robles the Noble, best name ever. He's our main shooter. He's frickin' 12, almost at 13. He has a Lee Enfield, but I have to kind of imagine that the T9 incendiary rifle launcher might be better? I don't know if that's right or wrong. Maybe we'll keep him with that. So let's go ahead and check everyone else's stats, see who is best. That's only a measly 3, 3, 6. Okay. So K is probably going to be our next shotgun person. Let's go for shotguns first. Do the incendiary rifle last. That means there's going to be some pistols sitting on the floor, but that'll be perfectly fine. Could either decide to equip some of our people with them, or, you know, just trade them out for someone else. You'll get the incendiary launcher, and then we'll have this guy, this Mr. Oaf Man, go ahead and grab that. And beyond that, of course, we have our hydroponics table set up. Those have been getting us a fair amount of food, although we don't have as much as that we would want in the future. Though, since we do not have a communications table set up yet, it's not really all that much of a priority, being higher than, like, 150 in regards to our amounts of food. So let's actually go ahead and make some! Well, let's go ahead and get started with this. I've never done it myself, so this will be a little bit of an experiment, but I think we should be able to get it. Mr. Sven right here is our main guy. So we're going to have him go up and... This is the butcher table. So I presume we have to select the meat? How do we start this whole process? Do we have to right-click you? Oh, well, this might be foolish of me. Apparently, I might have no idea how to do... Oh, that's right! We have to set up a bill. Okay, so we're going to do a butcher creation. Butcher creation 1. We could add more food, but I think... Actually, do we want to make Muffalo Squirrel stew or something like that? Let's keep it simple right now, and we'll cook a big ol' Muffalo. Start off with that. So why don't you go ahead and do that, Sven? He should get started on it, or he won't. There we go. Prior choice butchering table. So he's gonna chop up that Muffalo, and now we've got this nice meat stack stuff right here. Although I do not want that to be stored in here. What would that be? Foods. Probably raw? No, it wouldn't be raw. Would it be in manufactured? No, it wouldn't be that either. Raw resources, silver, metal. Oh, maybe it would be raw food. Yeah, I guess it would be. Let's go ahead and get rid of those two then for the food resources, because we're not going to want that to be placed down there. We'll also put food, raw meat. Ah, yeah, okay, that's definitely what it is. Okay, so we're going to mark the meat right here. What is raw vegetables? Actually, okay, that's a mistake then, because we don't want those stored up there, but we do indeed want those stored down here, because we're going to be selling a lot of those. So raw vegetables, you're a-okay to stick in there. So that should mean that he's going to put the raw meat in there, which now we could, of course, use the cooking table, but we have, or the cooking stove, so we actually have to make another bill for that. Cook a simple meal, a fine meal, or a lavish meal. Let's cook a simple meal as of right now, because I'm not sure if there's, like, a success rate for that kind of thing. Meat. Oh, no, I won't accept human meat. We're ixnaying that. You're gonna accept human meat for sure. Accepts all foods. Let's actually go ahead and actually cancel everything, though, except for the buffalo meat, because I want him to specifically make one with the buffalo meat, so we can go ahead and test that out. Sven, you could do that now, correct? Yeah, let's go ahead and make some food. Cook it up, buddy. Nice! Then we got a nice little simple meal right there. Spoils in 4 days. That's not good. Yeah, regular food doesn't spoil. That's something that's completely new to me, but it's kind of cool knowing that food will go rotten. Can the meat go rotten? No, it can't. That is very, very nice. I would be very, very sad if the meat could go bad. Let's go ahead and mark all of those. Set the bill so that someone will cook that when ready. Then, let's go ahead and try cooking a fine meal. Cook fine meal. What's that? That should be the close that X, I think. And they could use whatever they want for a fine meal. Once our people are awake, we could go ahead and test that out for sure. Hopefully someone will grab that simple meal on their own, because obviously we would want them to prioritize eating that over eating the nutrient paste dispenser food, because that's endless. That's just gonna go away in 4 days. So, Jen, now that he's finished that, let's see if it's had any positive effects. Had social chat. The nutrient paste thing is still there. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it does give people positive benefits, and we just haven't been able to see that yet, because that would definitely be interesting. Nice to see that the meat actually has different shapes as well. That's pretty damn cool. Are there any more corpses chilling about that we might want? Like, that's kind of a weird thing to say in hindsight, but it's kind of also how I feel about this situation. What we do need, though, is some metal. Holy cow, we actually have completely run out. So we're in a kind of a critical condition in regards to our metal supply. We only have 1 miner as well. Might make sense to have Sven do that for the time being, because there's not too much else he's going to do. And since he's our main hauler, we're going to want him to be hauling this metal anyways. So it would make an awful lot of sense to have him, like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get him out in this area so we could start mining it, and, be there to start picking it up as well once he's done working with that. So let's see. One of my main priorities for the time being, we definitely want to get set up so that we could get the stonecutter's table down, so we could start working with that as well, and testing around, seeing what cool stuff we could do with some stone, like maybe do some stone walls, stone tiles, all sorts of cool stuff. But in addition to that, I think my main priority right now is actually going to be working towards this geothermal generator, but I cannot disregard how important the frickin' communications room would be. I think we should get a comm console going down before too long, because otherwise it's going to be very, very difficult for us in many regards to actually get additional resources, especially in regards to metal. We have so much food right here, especially with this new kitchen area. As long as we hunt animals, I think we should be able to survive. And if we ever get really low, we could have people prioritizing working on growing plants, or have an additional person. Oh, I already have 2 people doing plant growing. That's silly of me. I completely forgot about that, apparently. After tonight, we should move Kay's bed. Kay is kind of in a silly spot right now, just sleeping in the middle of the room, really awkwardly. We're out of power? Crap! That's bad. We need to turn off some lights. Apparently we're, using more power than we're actually gaining at this point. Turn off 2 lights per room in the least. So you could go off, you could go off, you could go off, and you could go off as well. We're obviously not going to turn off the sun lamps because it's very important for us to keep those on. Before too long, I think we want to, chop our way through, or mine our way through this whole area so we could get a couple of solar panels growing. Apparently solar panels are plants now, just so you guys know. The plant life that is known as the solar panels. Are either of our gardeners actually good at doing gardening work? Where is it? Yeah, growing 11 and double passion for it. Okay, he's really good. He's got a bit of a passion for it, but he's also already growing 11 as well. So we're gonna be moving very, very rapidly with growing our plants and all that jazz. I don't think that should be too much of a worry for the most part. We also got that communications table set up already. That was really, really quick. I'm not sure if it can blow up in the rain, so let's actually go ahead and have, our main fighter open up communications really quick. Okay, nobody's in range. So we're actually gonna turn that thing off momentarily, just to make sure if it does start raining, that it won't short circuit and blow up right in our faces, making us want to cry ever so, with ever so much sorrow in our hearts. So the interesting thing right now that I would say is I think we've got a very nice, cool defensive location. We might want to mine out this position because anyone with an M24 would definitely be able to hide back there and shoot at us. Maybe even a Lee Enfield. I don't think that should be good enough cover, but this might be as well. Maybe even up there, but I don't think they should be able to have cover up there. So once we get rid of that, it should relieve a lot of options for our opponents, so they should have to get really close to us if we hide out behind these. And then, of course, we're also going to have these improvised turrets there to defend us as well. This is so nice, seeing all these listing, like, stats and items there now. It looks really, really cool with all the additional supplies that have been added to the game. There's the muffalo meat and the squirrel meat. We honestly might want to start working with some of that. A trader is passing by. They are known as Light Mass Travelers, Inc. That's a pretty cool name. Industrial traders, though. That's very, very good for us. We have a lot of metal, and we're not quite done mining out this place. This one spot actually gave us a really, really nice supply of metal, which is obviously very, very good for us. But the industrial trader will be even better now because that means we'll have a lot to sell. Although the things that I'd want to sell most, because I don't feel incredibly comfortable selling food with how much we have right now. Although we do have a lot of means to get some. Yeah, like all of these are already at 100%. I think we should feel comfortable selling food. Problem is, the problem that I was dealing with or struggling with is in my mind is that most industrial traders in this game actually will not trade in weaponry, which is very, very unfortunate. We do have a lot of silver to spend, though, as well, for whenever, what am I saying? We do have a lot of silver to spend still for buying metal and other resources and stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, Nobles isn't even... Wait a minute. Is social connected to... He's level 6, which is pretty good. I believe it is the social trait that is connected to... excuse me. That is connected directly towards, doing trades and getting the best value for it. So this guy, Pyra, might be best for that. We've got, yeah, he's 11. He or she. Is it a she? Yes, it is a she. Okay, so once she wakes up, we're gonna go ahead and have her do the ye old trade that we've got, about to be set up right here. We're getting so much more food as well. That's... I think we should be perfectly fine in regards to our food. Yeah, it said, skill of 11, so... Look at all of that metal he has, and he's selling it very cheap! How much can we buy? Oh my god, that's already... Okay, nice. We already get over 100. Isn't amazing, but still really, really good. And we could sell him a... He's not buying it? He won't buy food! Oh, because we have none to sell. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead and buy that now. Dropped relatively close nearby, although we should definitely get drop beacon going. I kind of want to place it right here, but I also don't. Because that's going to be where, You know what? We're going to do something a little bit weird. Let's have a garden. We're going to have a garden in our base. So we'll place the drop beacon probably right about there. I'm not sure if that's the middle of the room. Let's actually test this. Go to this. Is that where the wall is? Okay, yeah. We're gonna get rid of all this later, so we don't need to worry about it all that much. But that goes, that many spaces, but do not include the wall. So that being the center, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome! That actually is going to be... Ooh, not quite right square in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be a little off-centered, but I think that'll be a perfectly fine spot to be like the center of our garden area. Then we're gonna put a lot of plants in this area, have it be a really nice kind of tranquil scene area. Obviously, that means we're not gonna put a roof over it, actually. So this will be a unique in the way that it'll just be a little nice, peaceful opening that we'll have right inside of our base. Which will also function as our drop zone, so it'll be kind of like killing two birds with one stone. One bird being style, the other bird being functionality. I don't know. So let's see. We do have some food in there now. How much is that? Only 3. Probably not worth it to sell. This is the only place that we have metal that we would store metal right now. So I was kind of considering, like, maybe we should cancel having metal put in here and only have food. That's something that we'll probably do later, but we'll put that on hold right now. And in fact, let's actually have Robles go ahead and double-check this right here, just to make sure... Yeah, it doesn't trade in weapons. That's one thing that I certainly miss. I miss all traders willing to, buy weaponry, because that made it so easy to get easy cash, I suppose. So let's see, now that we have all of this metal, and we have a lot of metal, we should start getting ourselves set up on with those solar panels that I was mentioning. We don't need to mine out all of that, but I think we might do it just to keep things simple. Just to keep things simple and keep things safe, as you guys know. Always gotta keep it simple and keep it safe. So let's go ahead and also set up this wall as well. We might as well now, before... something happens, and we can put the door on that side right there. Because this will probably end up being our storage room then, especially since it is right next to, all of, our food storage area. Granted, though, it doesn't really matter anymore, seeing as all that we would want to put in the storage area would be metal, so we could clear up space here. So let's actually go ahead and do that right now. We don't even need to close up the area because raiders won't steal the metal. So we might as well just go ahead and make a stockpile zone right in here. If the wall's going up right there, actually it really doesn't matter all that much. Because I believe that metal does not slow down people's movement, so we could just have metal covering the entire floor if we wanted. Let's go ahead and delete all the corners, though, just to have positions where we could put some lamps in the future. And stockpile zone can be limited to only metal. Metal and metal, silver. No, we don't need silver. Let's actually keep it only metal for now. Because... basically, what the thought that's going through my mind is, do we want to put stone blocks in here? I think we actually don't, believe it or not. Because once we make that stone cutter's room, we'll probably just have, similar to this room right here, we'll probably just have a dumping section for you to put that storage stuff. A combat supplier! Holy cow, that's wonderful! Okay, Who was our man with the plan in regards to selling things? It wasn't Sven, was it? Social. Yeah, he's pretty good, but it wasn't Sven. It was indeed... Where the hell is our social person? Ah, okay, here we go, is Pyra. Is she also our warden? She should really be our warden. Okay, good, she is. We're gonna have her do like 2 things right now, I'm pretty sure, because we could sell all of this junk right here. We don't even need that. And then immediately trade it in for all the metal we can spare. Wait, no. Yes. I don't know why I totally blanked on that. This guy's even selling metal as well, but he's selling it for a little bit more hefty of a price, so we're not gonna go ahead and do that. So sell you, and you. Do we want to buy weapons? That's something we do have to consider. Only thing that he has that we would want is the incendiary launcher. Oh, and an M16. M16s are really good. Still think that's going to be a no, though. Only problem is now people are going to really need to rush towards hauling that stuff before that trader leaves. Could have them do it manually, but they seem to be doing it on their own, so that's perfectly fine. I think they chances are they should be able to get all that done before the raiders show up. I mean, not the raiders show up, before the ship leaves. God damn, we really need to get those solar panels down. Let's go ahead and start putting down some metal flooring. So once once we do put the solar panels down, they should be safe and secure. We also really should get some metal flooring put in here, so this room will be safe. So let's actually go ahead and do that now, because we cannot risk losing our geothermal generator anytime soon. Pyra, there's still a bit more of this metal to be hauled. I mean, silver to be hauled. So Pyra, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that dude's name. He's gonna go haul that, then haul that one, please. And then Pyra, our lady with the plan. I think I already said that, actually. Our main negotiator. She's going to eat a little bit of a snack, then she'll open up communications. Please, God, do not have the person leave right now. Awesome. Oh man, we're gonna be able to buy so much metal, I'm almost sure. 400 to spend. That's just a little bit too much. He's still selling it for 1. I don't know why, but I feel like yeah, we spent around 300 metal before, so this actually makes a lot of sense. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed with that, but we can actually sell 15 more, and that'll give us a lot more money to spend. Let's just stick with that right now. Never a bad idea to hold on to a little bit of silver, I think. So, yeah, that gives us almost 200 metal, so that's pretty damn good. Didn't we buy over 200 metal? I don't know, maybe I'm just forgetting. Let's go ahead and send in our cooking bill. I thought I already did one of these. Yeah, cook a fine meal. We could cook 2 of them. I'm not sure how much you would need. How do I say go? Could cook... What are these? Oh, that's how many of them. So if I set it for forever, people should continue to cook endlessly. Interesting. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll continue to do fine meals. I presume it's going to work on cooking skill, basically. So I would imagine if the person is really bad at cooking, then their chances of making a fine meal might be lower than other characters would be. So let's go ahead and swap our cook to someone who's good at it. Got a 6, a 3. Ah, looks like it's gonna be K. Because she's 6, which isn't really amazing, but she's passionate about it, and that's what counts most. So we'll put her at 1 for that. She's our miner, too, so I think the miner is a good person that we can also have as a cook, because whenever we're not mining, we're definitely going to want to be doing something else, and I think cooking is a very, very good option for that. So let's go ahead and cancel all of that, since there's really no point for us to work on building that. And, where is our floors? I always forget where the pavements and all that stuff actually is. We'll cover that whole area up with that. And I don't think we'll be able to get the solar panel built before the day's out, but Can at least give it a try. Oh, I really want to fit in too, but we're... Okay. Looks like our solar panels are going to work a little bit differently than they have in the past then. We'll actually have them 2x2 connected, like that, rather than sticking out 2x2 outwards. Which is a little bit sucky, I think. I don't really like that. I prefer having them stick out, but obviously we can't have it be a case where we can't get farther that direction. And it'll be nice to be gaining this extra power anyways. Just means we'll probably want to blow through this wall further, which is also a big negative, though, because we don't want to open up raiders. We don't want to give raiders a flanking position to try to attack us. I'm already irritated by myself having this door right there, but I think it should be okay simply because if we place all of our people right here in defensive position, the raiders should come at us, rather than targeting getting inside the base directly. So let's actually go ahead and work on defensive stuff right now. We could go ahead and haul those just to make sure they're gone. Probably would also be a good idea to mine out that wall, or that little piece sticking out on the side, because otherwise I think that could cause us some serious issues in a future firefight. We have so much metal. Do we want to build more turrets? Reason why I wouldn't want to continue to work on our defenses right now is simply because I'm gonna want to sell these in the future. I forget if you get 100% value back when you sell things or not. That's the big concern right here. We did just get raiders arriving, so let's check their stats. That'll determine if we build more defenses or not, because our people should be able to build those before the raiders actually come to fight us. If we play our cards right and do it immediately. We've got an Uzi, a pump shotgun, frag grenades, and a Lee Enfield. So these people are actually pretty scary. Shooting skill only 6 though. Ooh, 11, and it's an assassin, no wonder. Okay, with the Lee Enfield, that is gonna be very, very fearsome. A measly 1 with the pump shotgun. So that and 0. I feel if you're 0, you should be incapable of that skill, but whatever. That's pretty silly. All in all, I think that means we're pretty even in regards to skill, because they had 1-6, if I'm correct, 1-6 or 7. Yeah, 1-6, 2 people who are awful, and 1 person who's at 11. Our best person, I think, was at 12, right, Mr. Rhodes? Yeah, 12, almost 13. Everyone else is closer to rounded around like 3s and 6s. In fact, we might only have 1 person who's even at 6. Forgot Sven. Yeah. So that's a little bit frightening. But we also have 2 turrets to give us a little bit extra closure in regards to our fighting ability. I think still might want to play it a little bit extra safe. So let's go ahead and put 1 more turret out there. They should also be in like far enough distances from each other that if they explode, I don't think they'll destroy each other. Might be kind of a foolish thing to presume, but that's what I'm going to imagine right now. We need to add our little garden right here. How could I forget about that? Let's go ahead and actually do that right now, because I'm a sucker for these kinds of things. 1, 2... Oh no! I can't grow things here! Oh. Okay. We'll probably actually delete those zones then, because if we can't put flowers over all the graves, what's the point? If we want, we could just put flowers over the graves of our fallen companions or something like that. Combat suppliers left range. That's actually really nice, because that means that that other trader is still here. Why don't we actually buy some more? We've got Oh, never mind. I guess he left earlier and I just completely missed that. Let's go ahead and... We really should make this a bedroom, so these 3 people who are living in there won't be living all by themselves. And also, I really need to frickin' get rid of this bed, like I said I would. So let's get rid of that one as well. We can put the bed probably right about up on that side. I think that should work perfectly fine. Could put it against the wall. That might look pretty nice as well. We'll just have it stick out right there next to the door. Maybe we could put down a battery right there and a battery right there. And this room is... Oh, no. We don't want batteries in this room because this is the hydroponics room. We're probably going to put another battery right there. So let's actually go ahead and set that up right now so we won't forget. Because we are gaining power, and we're gaining a lot of it. Granted, we do still have a lot of lights that are turned off. Let's go ahead and actually turn off our comms console. No reason to keep that on until there's actually someone in range. So that'll be fine. We're about to have our final turret built. So I think we should feel... I think we should feel very secure with our situation right now. I goddamn love these new improvised turrets. It's so nice having them 1/4 of their size before. Like, it's just really, really nice. Being able to fit more, and... Whoops. Well, that was a mistake. Crap. That's really bad. How did I not notice that? The raiders are here. I'm sure you guys were freaking yelling at your monitors telling me how much of a goddamn idiot I was being right there. Okay, everyone get out. Everyone needs to get out there right now. Yeah, Frey can fight as well. We're gonna get all of our people into these defensive spots, but, anyone else, looks like this guy's the only one. We're gonna use him to punch people, because it would be very, very beneficial, I think, to get this assassin to, refrain from using its Lee Enfield. That thing is damaged, so Rhodes is gonna continue doing what he's doing, but I think we're gonna swap Glenn to, being our repairman. Everyone else is just arriving, so that's the good thing about this situation. Can you please... Okay, Glenn, get back to a good, safe spot. Yeah! And their assassin is down! If we could capture an assassin, I will be very, very pleased with our situation. Who has the frag grenades? Okay, everyone is going to target that person. Everyone seems to already be targeting that person, so that's very nice. Unfortunately, I don't think we can select targets for the turrets, so that's going to be just a little bit saddening for us. But at this point, I think they're very... Oh, he's almost certainly going to be able to get off that first shot, which is frightening. We might have to make everyone run. Yeah, okay. We'll let Nobles finish off his shot. Yeah. Oh, and he missed, you frickin' dongleberry. Okay, everyone else might hit, though, because the rest of them have been shooting still. Nice! They got a hit. Okay, so now once everyone backs up, we should be A-okay to get right started in position again. This has been, despite our huge mistake, I think this is going to be a very secure fight. In fact, oh no, he died. That's a little bit unfortunate because, as you can see, that exclamation point is right there, showing that we actually did have a chance to capture him, but I guess the turrets just finished him off. Apparently this guy is designed to retreat in the stupidest way possible. I'm presuming he was running down here, but there's actually no way for him to get down there without breaking down one of our doors, so... I don't know, I guess he was taking, like, the bull... You mess with the bull, you get the horns, I'm gonna ram you technique or something like that. Okay, this assassin is still alive, so our main thing right now is going to be capturing this fool and adding him to our base. Assassins are always greatly appreciated to be in addition to the squad. Looks like we actually started 2 fires right there. That's a little bit unfortunate. Speaking of fires, let's go ahead and add a couple more home zones so we don't have to worry about any of that nonsense, especially covering this area. That's pretty important as well. Covering all of that. Probably should have it covering this whole expanse as well, just in case any fires get started down there. I would love for that to be covered up and keep our sentry turrets safe. In addition to that, this fire might actually burn that body, which would be kind of beneficial for us because that would just mean we won't... Oh, no! Oh, wait. Wait! Next episode, we might start cooking some bodies, which will be pretty damn fun. I'm pretty sure that's gonna do a huge amount of damage to our mental stability, but it'll also be really fun. Like, we're one step away from getting into that Soylent Green status, guys, and I think it's gonna be frickin' awesome. But we are at that 35-minute mark, so kind of a cool place to end it with that fight. I think that turned out very, very well. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the Egg Scrambled Gamer, and I will see you all next time.